I've decided. Ember stood before Archangel Michael, eyes shining with excitement, holding out a scroll. On it, she had written what she intended to master over the course of her upcoming incarnation on Earth. The list was long and too advanced for a single incarnation.
Ember, you know I recommend that spirits choose to master one topic over a lifetime, like patience or humility. You've chosen to further study both of these, and you've listed advanced forgiveness topics, and additionally, advanced acceptance. You know that this means that some of your dreams, perhaps someone that you love, will have to be taken from you irrevocably. Do you realize what this means in one lifetime?
Of course I do. I've given this a lot of thought. I have to study human cruelty if I'm to understand it and forgive it. And it seems to me that the coursework for patience and humility complement this. And advanced acceptance, well, look, you know we all have to master these things sometime on Earth. I just want to pack a lot into this lifetime. Don't you think I can handle this? Archangel Michael looked deep within her, probing her, as was his talent. And again, his answer was no, that this was too much. Ember was asking to study human cruelty with a dual focus on sexual abuse and torture. Plus, she was asking to experience the loss of a beloved in order to learn acceptance. And Michael knew that in order to give her the best possible chance of success, all of these things would have to happen to her in her childhood, when she was young, so that she would have an entire lifetime to process it fully. It was just too much to ask anyone to take on. It would break her. Michael flexed his wings, wondering how he was going to explain this to Ember. Here in the spirit world, things were always so much simpler than they were once you were down on Earth. But as Michael's thoughts turned to Earth, he remembered more about Ember. She was no stranger to Earth. She had incarnated there time and again. And she had a history of surviving and thriving there, despite hard assignments. He looked deep at her again. It would be a stretch, a gamble. But yes, she carried the potential within her to be successful.
If this is what you really want, I'll let you do it. Are you certain this is what you want, Ember?
Yes!
Then let me get to work.
And work he did. He used her choice to determine the specific challenges she would encounter. And he selected the people that she would serve, that she would be hurt by and helped by, to serve as her parents and siblings and children, as well as other people that would weave into her life as it played out, fulfilling key roles as lovers, teachers, and friends. He began searching the heavens to find the exact right moment in time to give her everything she would need. And he selected amongst the myriad of gifts the planets and the stars provide that would assist her in her journey. And unique gifts he bestowed her too, for it was a hard path she had chosen, and she would need them. He didn't have to give her love. That she would carry with her, within the light grain seed each human has planted deep in their heart at birth. Michael knew that divine love from this realm would always call out to that seed in her, would through it nourish her and illuminate the way forward. But he also knew that once on Earth, Ember would soon forget to tend her seed. They all did. Such was the human condition. Life would bombard her senses, and she would let a tangled jungle of fear grow in her heart, obscuring her seed from sight and dimming her ability to perceive the divine. Michael sighed as he worked. All he could do was supply the necessary tools and set things in motion. It would be up to Ember to see the tools for what they were and to learn to use them effectively. He whispered a special prayer for her, and he vowed to come and visit her personally in those dark early days on Earth when she would need it the most. Soon Ember's birthday arrived, and as was the custom, all gathered to celebrate the initiation. Ember walked down the aisle, arm in arm with God, resplendent and joy-filled. She seemed oblivious to the fact that there were tears in God's eyes as he escorted this, his only Ember daughter, to the waiting arms of the great Mother Goddess. When she reached the altar, the goddess gazed deep into Ember's eyes, as Michael had done. Ember gazed back, seeing fierce pride in the goddess's eyes, as well as a deep sadness. And then she realized that beneath these feelings, the goddess was silently showing her what was to come, and how to awaken to the patterns that would permeate her life until she learned to bring consciousness to them. It was all happening too quickly. How could she possibly remember all of this? And as the energy began to build and flow between them, Ember felt the transitions pull, and with it came her first pulse of human fear. "But I'll be so lonely without you," she whispered, her voice somehow carrying to all that were gathered.
"Yes, but we will always be with you, even when your sights grow dim. Remember us, and turn to us so we may help you. Remember. 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 Remember.
Remember. Ember. Ember. The words began to take on the sound of a heartbeat, and then the goddess breathed life into her. And Ember was born on Earth. Her parents named her Jody.